Howdy, howdy, this is Blue Otter. Today we are playing Let Them Trade. Uninvited guests. There's still a lot to do before the tournament, but there are rumors that some unsavory fellows have been poking about. Dear subject, welcome back. After the great success and universal acclaim of the golden statue of me, right, I have decided to continue with the birthday party preparation. Every great party needs entertainment, and so we will be hosting a jousting tourney for all the lords to participate in. The lords will need a place to train, and this looks like as good a place as any. Let's get building. All right, so we have Eagle Watch and Cloverbank. So first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that this is thriving. And over here, we're going to make sure we're getting as much as possible. I would also like to make sure that we can go ahead and set... I don't like how this is exposed, so we're going to go ahead and set the knight down there. Sir Fenric. Now here is 3 things of fish, so this would be a really good fishing spot to the south. I know I said like this feels like a risk to me, but part of that is, I know we've got a wide open space right here, but this is really close to my castle, so that I don't really want to do too much. All right, so we need to do the jousting arena. Let's see. The jousting arena is probably going to be under here on mission. Eagle Watch already has 7 out of 7. Cloverbank has 5 out of 7. So I'm honestly thinking, what if I were to put it right here? I think I like that idea. I'm going to do a fishing here, and I kind of want to do like... We'll do like a city right here. So we can attach the joust right there. Mr. Nuts has received some reports from his web of rodent agents, the Nutwork, as we like to call them, that there are some particularly unsavory fellows lurking about. If something were to happen, your knight would probably appreciate having some backup. Let's build a light barracks just in case we need to train some retinue. Okay, so that's probably a good idea anyway. Let's go ahead and pause. I think it pauses when we go into this menu anyway. We do need the light barracks, which means we need stone. We do have quarry unlocked, but I don't recall seeing any stone. And the only stone that's available, we have stone here, we have stone here. We also have stone here. And I believe peasants do that. So yeah, if we were to... Hold on, if we were to, we do that, let's upgrade the peasant's home, and then we'll do the light barracks. Because what I'm thinking I might do is have the peasants, and then we'll do a stone, and that will finish out that one, that city. We could also have a city, do F1 so we can get some revenue coming in. We'll do a city right... We're going to expand. If we do a city right here, and we do 2 peasants and 2 fish. That goes to Eagle Watch. And then we'll do Here, let's do that, and we'll do there. Let's remove that road. So we got Rainford, Willow Holt. Actually, we're going to do a bridge and a second bridge right here. So right here, we'll also have some peasants, and we'll do some wool right there. Or hold on, let's do, yeah, no, that's, hold on, no, let's do peasants. I need to, peasants, we're going to do a peasant there and the wool right there. I'm trying to think for future expansion, because if I want the tailor right here, I would need to do that. Okay. So let's see that. To get the extra night, that would allow us to get the extra night in. And then we could do urban development. Now, another advantage to being down here is that we can do, hold on. We would have to upgrade. We could probably go ahead and do that. Because I was going to do peasant, peasant, and then we'll do a wood expansion right here. But we're going to need brick. So there's some clay. There's a little bit of clay. There's one thing of clay. We could expand Cloverbank. Oh, you know what? We need castle. We need... Yeah, we're working on the light barracks. Never mind. Yeah, they're working on stuff. But see, what I'd be able to do then is have another forester and a second sawmill. All right, so we're going to do a light barrack. I think we're going to put it right here. That way it would help support that area. And then, let's see if we go to the night. Yeah, we can get 3 of those. It looks like the reports were right and there are some bandits about. Oh no, who's that? Haha, 'tis I, Sir Rick Pocket, renegade knight of the Bandit Lord. I hear there's a tourney planned, and I am here to challenge the kingdom's finest. Send forth your champion. Yes, there's a tournament being planned and a party, a huge party, the best party ever, but you are not invited. Okay, first off, if you're going to invite someone, I thought the party was a huge secret. Second, it's very rude to tell someone that they're not invited. Like, I mean, I know sometimes you gotta be point blank and honest, say, you know, but, you know, not being, that's how Maleficent had her whole villain arc, was, in part, was by not being invited to the christening of Aurora. Yeah, now get out of here. Not invited. Ha, you will regret this insolence. When my bandits steal all your beloved gold, plus you haven't yet seen my very entertaining party trick involving a cucumber. I don't want to know. I will soon return and you will beg on your knees for me to leave your precious economy be. Mark my words. Okay. So we've got 2 bandit camps. Yeah, the obscure bandit Iron Hook. Okay, so we've got over here Grimy Pete and Iron Hook. So I know I have him in explore mode. I'm gonna move Sir Frederick to guard mode. I'm gonna move him to guard mode just because then that way it will help solidify that. All right, so there's that. Let's go to here. They're still upgrading that. Do we have the... No, because we don't have the bricks, and we need bricks. All right, so up here, I was gonna do urban development so I could actually have some additional town space. I have all those. We're gonna need the clay pits, and we'll need brick making. And I might have to back out. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I need coal for that. So we're going to do... I could do the clay pit, but we're going to need stone mining, coal mine. That's almost done. So this is some good for coal mining. Okay, we got our second thing. Okay, yeah, he's got 6. We're gonna send him on that. We got urban development, which gives us an additional 3. So we're good. They're still waiting on the sawmill. I should have built the sawmill. Okay, clay pit. I'm thinking we're gonna have a clay pit here, but I've got to build a worker house. Okay, which means we're gonna have to upgrade Cloverbank. Unless there's a better area for... I think they're just gonna have to be it. Oh. Knight defeated a bandit. Okay, so that's clay. What do we need? We do need stone tools. Okay, so I definitely need the sawmill. We'd have additional output if we actually had stone tools, but we don't have stone tools, so we can't get the extra bit. And I think the training ground for the jousting arena, I wonder if we're going to actually be able to see jousts. Okay, yeah, this, they also need planks. I hate to do it. If I upgraded Eagle Watch, I could increase the forest. Oh, of course you would do that. Yeah, but you have 7 out of 9. So what we can do is we can do another peasant, and we'll have another forest. Like that. Hold on, what was the infant log? Knight defeated. A bandit robbed the trader. Okay, sir, you need to be like... You're not... I need you to not be beholden to that flag. You are exploring. Good. Ooh, here's some extra clay. I feel like I'm kind of committed to Cloverbank. Though not entirely. So if we have that and brick, I mean this could be a good one. And then we've got some coal and iron. I could conceivably make this work. If we have a city, say right here, and we do a worker. Can I not afford that? Go over to Eagle Watch. You're at 94%. We're going to collect. It's called taxes. We're going to do a worker home here. We'll do a clay pit here. We're going to do a farmer. Not a farmer, a peasant right there. And we'll do a log. So we got a little bit going on here. And then we're going to do a road. Well, we got to do a bridge. And we'll do a road across there. And there's that road. I like how no matter where they are, they'll deviate back to a road. And I appreciate that the travel on the road is noticeably faster. Okay, for this one, yeah, we're still working on that. Okay, so we just upgraded here. So what we can do then is we can still add a worker and a stone tool. Okay, so this one you are exploring. We'll have you explore over here. For my other one, you are on guard duty, and where are you? You're over here. Okay, let's just explore, I guess. Start revealing nearby tiles if he has any scout packages. Nearby bandits are no longer safe, yeah. Oh, so here we have 9. So let's do another wood camp. And we're going to do a second sawmill. Now, as much as I would really like to be able to utilize these two. Hold on. There we go. And then, okay, I guess they're going to explore and they will encounter. All right. So we defeated that camp. And hold on. If Sir Eldrick, we can go in and explore this tile with Grimy Pete. I'm hoping that's not copyrighted. There we go. You have defeated all my bandits, but I'll be back. This is not the last you've seen of me. I believe it is for now, at least. Okay, Sir Frederick, yeah, we'll set you to explore. How many more cities can we have? We can have 2 more. Grimy Pete has been rehabilitated. That's nice. Okay, so we've got that coal mine. We need to do brick making next. Transporter cargo upgrade. And what else can we do? Oh, and then we could do mill and bakery. So as much as I would love to have this, I feel like I just need to have a mining town right here. So for here, if I do a city center, I could do city center maybe here, and then we could do, oh, I can't afford that. Hold on. No, you're at 55%. I'm not gonna, you're at 100%. I can borrow some money from you. We're gonna do a couple of workers here, and we'll do a coal mine. I hate borrowing, but another coal mine. And can we just do, because this is the city center, right? Can we, okay, wait, these require 2 people. So that, if I did an upgrade, I would only get +1 worker slot. So I'd actually have to upgrade it twice. So we're going to not do that just yet. I'm going to work on building a road right here. If I need to, I'll destroy it, but yeah, we just don't have the second worker. To do that, I would need a town that's really happy. like Eagle Watch. What was I gonna do? I needed another worker. We'll put worker right there. Actually, wait. I take it back. Let me put the worker here, because then I can put a peasant here and I can be able to get this iron. There's more iron. Actually, more likely what I'll do is I'll have the iron up here. Are we getting closer to that? No, wait, hold on. We're still researching brick making. But we can, we already have that stuff. Yeah, because I'm gonna want bread. And so that's kind of what I've been holding this area for, unless there's a better spot. Do we have... Almost. We have almost the entire map done. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best area for having some farmland. All right, so I need... Can't afford that. Can we afford... Okay, where is... That's the worker home. Plan on having worker. Okay, we'll do a brickyard here. How about you pay for your own residence there? So that way the brickyard would be able to come in right from there. What is that? I didn't get a chance to read that. All tiles have been revealed. Okay, so we need to look over here. Yeah, wheat farm is done. So we're gonna do a city center right here. And I want... We'll have 2 peasants and some... Hold on. Some of this is I'm trying to go off of like aesthetics and stuff. So we're gonna do worker, and then we're gonna do wheat farm. Wheat farm. And with the road, the Thistle Hollow. There we go. And then I will be able to do a mill. So there we are. Thistle Hollow is started. Good work. What a day. I need to go lie down now. What have you done? Nothing. Good work dealing with the bandits. Let's hope that's the last we've seen of them. See you next time. Toodaloo. Oh, so that is it. We just built a training area. All right, let's go ahead and I want to keep playing. I want to see this. Interesting. Okay. So I would like to, however, keep working. We're gonna do workers. Yeah, we're working on the mill. So I could do the mill over here and then have like the bakery. That was my plan. If we do this, if we increase this, let's say we'd need to have and then what I will do is I might come back to this one. Oh, we got the mill. We got the mill. Never mind. Let's do... Yeah, we're gonna do a mill and a worker. And because it's on the water, we can use the water wheel. Let's come back over here. And do we have tailoring? What do we need for? Yeah, we're working on it. It's in progress. I want to put a bakery in and I want to put a tailor in, and then I'm going to call it a net, and then I'll end it. I've already finished this scenario. This is just stuff that I was already working on this. Yeah, so here's the brickyard. We can do that if we get +1 tools. That would be tempting if I had some stone nearby that I could actually go and use to make the stone tools. That is pretty cool, though. Okay, hold on. We need for the bread. Let's come over here to research over here. Now, what do we need for the bread? Oh, they're already working on it. Let's also work to keep 50, 50. Yeah, this just gives us some provisions that we can then use to sell back. Okay, there's the bakery. How are you doing? You're at 51%. I'm not going to borrow from you. You're at 100%. That means we need to have some stuff come down. All right, so this Baker sitting already at max limit. That's what you think. We're just waiting on some planks. There we go. Workers, I want a bakery, and we'll have a worker. Affordable. $87. You're fine. We can do that. I need a worker house right there. I also want a worker house there, and we're gonna get already reached the maximum building house. There we go. Okay, well, Willow Halt needs to upgrade. It's always the planks. And there's the tailor. So we have a worker and we have a tailor. If we use stone tools, we can get more output. That's fine. And there's the tailor. Alright, so not too bad. So we finished the level, and then we went and did a little bit of extra stuff. We could do the side quest of the charcoal burning, but I'm not going to worry about that. So let's go ahead and go back to the map. Livery delivery. Buy armor from a remote city in the mountains to equip the king's soldiers and protect the kingdom from bandits. So it sounds like we're going to be leveling up our army. So thank you for watching. Have a utterly fantastic day and see you next time.